whatever you need to do, man. It's okay.
Just don't. Well, I'll tell you later.
I got a funny story to start instead of a dad joke this week, if that's okay.
All right.
So I don't know if you noticed. Well, you did notice because I pointed it out. The back window on my truck is smashed out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So this is like an instant karma story. So I took my son and his 3 buddies out to some dirt jumps that are like way out in the desert. I live on the east side of town, like kind of way out by Colossal Cave.
The ones behind Walmart?
Rita Ranch,
okay.
Actually.
Yep.
And there was an OG dirt jumper out there.
Okay.
Mid-30s. And he was just giving the kids a bunch of grief. And they called me. They're like, this guy's like blocking our trail, telling us we can't ride here. I mean, this is like DIY jumps out in the middle of nowhere. Nobody owns
like the
them.
hidden jumps.
Yeah. And these kids are like, they're industrious. They'll build the jumps. They'll get in and help. They know how to do it. As a matter of fact, one of the kids builds the best lips of any jumps I've ever seen. He's an amazing builder. He's been riding BMX forever. And I just got so frustrated because I'm like, you got this next gen of kids that are like keeping the sport alive when so many kids are like playing video games, right? And you're being an asshole to them.
Yeah, that's.
And so I went and picked him up, and I drove my truck like way out in the desert, and put the 3 of them had BMX bikes, and one of them had a little 125 motorcycle.
Okay.
So we put that in the back of the truck, and I cranked up my radio. I was listening to the Chats. It's a punk rock band. Opened the windows and gunned it to spit, rocks and dirt all over the guy, which I did. Uh-huh. But then my truck caught traction, and it lurched forward at a speed I was not expecting. And then you hit the brakes. A giant berm, and that motorcycle that was in the back of my bed went through the back window of my truck.
I thought you were going to say that guy threw rocks at you or something.
No. That guy's got a great story. Like, some asshole's dad came out here, and so
I thought that was going in a totally different way.
No, instant karma.
I'm sure he posted on his OG thing.
Yeah,
look at karma, dude.
Yeah, look at karma. Look at this guy's. And then the only duct tape I had at the house, because I haven't got it fixed yet, was purple duct tape. So I've got like purple duct tape. Duct tape the back of my window. So like that's the whole more tacos.
Oh yes,
right on. That's
tacos.
Awesome. Oh, you got tacos now. Dad's got tacos. All right, so we are. If you hear some background noise, that's because we're in a bar.
Yes,
we're in a brewery, and
drinking heavily.
I've gotten through most of a flight, and I picked the one that I liked, and I'm drinking that one.
Nice.
Which one?
It's the red IPA.
Oh yeah. It's our newest.
Yeah, it's tasty. I like it a lot.
Nice.
And we have to come up with a new acronym, right? So we can't say special anymore. We talked about that last time. Outstanding.
We have
got one?
unique.
Unique
How's
and
unique?
Stupendous.
Stupendous. Yeah.
Guest with us.
How about stoic?
Stoic? Are you stoic? Do you believe in stoicism?
I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think he's pretty stoic.
Would you like to introduce yourself, sir?
I would like to know what the acronym stands for before I admit to that.
I don't think it's an acronym. The Stoics.
We're going to make it up later.
It's a philosophy.
Okay. All right. I'll go with that.
Would you like to introduce yourself, my friend?
All right. So my name's Brian Vance. I own Catalina Brewing Company out in northwest Tucson / Marana. Been here as of next month, 8 years.
8 years. Wow.
8 years.
It's amazing.
We're sitting in the side room, which is the game room we added 3 years ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we've got, we expanded, and there's pool tables and pinball. The pinball is a hit. I never knew. So we're like mountain bike people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't, I'll get that in a minute.
Yeah. Why the hell are we talking to a brewmaster in a mountain bike
there's
podcast? There's a reason.
Yeah. So we're like, I'll talk about the mountain bike thing in a minute, but we're into mountain bikes, right? So I have no idea that there's a lot of people in the pinball machines as much or more as mountain bikers can be. There's so many people that come from all over the state to play games here.
Wait a minute.
All the time.
I have never once seen a pinball on the trails. So
right?
I've pinballed down a trail before.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just
I
an expansion.
never see them on the trail. What are you talking about? They can't be. No.
So anyway, so we're, Catalina Brewing Company, we're mountain bike based. We're the first bicycle based brewery in Tucson.
Nice.
And it was specifically mountain biking because that's what I do.
Right.
What my partner did, and we met and formed the plan riding at the 24-hour race 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Sitting around the campfire drinking his home brew, which was an IPA, which is actually the grandfather of the beer you're talking about.
I'm drinking a red IPA right now.
Red IPA, which is 0240.
Yep, 0240.
Called.
What does the 0240 stand for?
So when we hatched this plan to open up a brewery, we're sitting around the campfire drinking his IPA, which is a home brew.
Yep.
This was 10 years ago. There was 3 breweries in town and not Dragoon yet.
Okay.
So an IPA was a foreign, brand new concept.
Yep.
For us in Arizona, in Tucson, I should say.
Yeah, they were just getting started.
So then, it's like, oh my God, this is great. What is this? And he explained it to me. And that was at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
around a campfire with our mountain bikes sitting over here.
Right.
So I said, well, let's do this. Fine. And then when we opened, that beer became called 0200 for 2 a.m.
Oh, interesting.
Nice.
So is 0240 like the 40th variation or the 4th variation, or how does that? Fourth
right?
variation.
So it keeps, so we went from 0200, the recipe changed a little bit and a little bit and a little bit. And 0230 is the current go-to.
Right.
But this one we made as a red IPA, just to be different. So it had to be a different name.
Right.
So,
yeah.
But it's the same recipe with a little twist. But yeah, so that's the longest recipe we've had, 8 years long.
And just tweaking it a little bit.
Little bit
So it
here
must
and
be
there.
a good seller for you guys.
It's
then.
great.
That's
and
awesome.
IPAs back then were like something, but now they're everything. Like the market is, and it changes, of course. And then, then Dragoon came on, another great brewery in town.
Yeah.
And they put their really good, Dragoon IPA out there, and it blew up the market.
Yeah.
And so it's just been a good thing to hang on to, for sure.
Always have an IPA. on
Always,
draft,
always. You have to.
Yeah.
Something
People will walk out if you don't have one on tap.
Yeah, my wife would walk out.
Yeah.
She'd be like, "You don't have an IPA? We're leaving."
Yep.
So I've noticed something I admire about the brewing business is that you guys all seem to be friends.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Really? So you know all the other breweries in town?
Yeah.
Yep, we're very friendly. We try really hard to go each other's anniversary parties and whatever events.
That's
it's very,
cool.
very,
It
very
is amazing.
Very
It's
I
unique.
love
cool.
it.
Bike
Yeah.
shops aren't that way, by the way.
I would
You
like
are.
to try and change that. And I've actually talked to a lot of owners at bike shops, and I think we all want to do that. I think that's something that we could do.
I want to have like a bike shop monthly or something.
But I
monthly.
really admire that that's almost inherent, whereas I think we're going to have to work at it in other industries. I've been in other industries besides bikes, and there's always a little competition, and it doesn't seem to be that way, and I really admire that, I got to say.
Well,
That's
we
pretty
do
awesome.
a monthly. We have a Brewers Guild, Arizona Brewers Guild, that we're all part of, and we do meet monthly.
Yeah.
And
Is
Tucson,
that like up in Phoenix or down here in
it goes.
Tucson?
Well, it's because it's Arizona based.
Yeah.
It moves from Flagstaff to Phoenix to Tucson.
Right.
Yeah.
Flagstaff's got a bunch of breweries as well up there.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
And we're, Tucson is very collaborative. We're very friendly. We help each other. When we first opened, the guys that own Barrio were extremely helpful.
Yeah.
For example, there's so many. I could tell you every brewery in town, what we've done with them and how well it went.
Right on.
It's all good. All good stories. I hear it's not the same in the other areas of Arizona, but so I really feel fortunate that we're down here in Tucson, and it's that way.
Yeah.
So it's just, we know that there's room for all of us, and we all have a different model. This one over here they're really into the beer. Like the guy went to school, he went to college, he has a degree doing beer.
Right.
Wow.
And he knows what he's doing, and all the really high-end beer lovers go there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because they talk beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And our motto was, hey, we're bikers. We just like to have a good time. Mountain bikers specifically,
Yep. Yeah.
just like to have a good time. We're
Yeah.
not serious about anything.
I mean, the place is full of bikes. Like, there's bikes on the wall, there's pictures, there's
Artwork. Interesting Dane Higgins creations.
Yeah, there's some stuff I've built, which I'm super proud of, by the way. I
He
love
is. The first thing we
walking in.
walked in here, and he's
Yeah.
like, I built that, and I built that, and I did that, and I did this. And I was like, okay.
Oh, and when new people come in here, they're specifically are bicyclists, they see this stuff. And they
Yeah.
go, wow,
Yeah.
what's up with this trailer on top of your cold room behind your bicycle? I go, that's my keg trailer.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a beer
Bob.
bob. Yep. Yeah.
And my friend Dane, Guru of Bicycles, built this thing because we were sitting at the 24-hour race drinking, handing beers out to the riders.
Wouldn't it be great if we had a keg?
Well, what if you could take the keg to
That
them?
one.
Yeah.
So we
Take
were,
the
it
keg
was by
to
so the race starts at our campsite, and we were just handing beers out.
Yeah.
And someone says, you got to take this beer down to the whiskey tree.
Yeah.
And I'm not carrying all this down there. And Dane goes, I'll build you a trailer.
Yeah.
So the next year we had a trailer.
Yeah.
And there we go.
Yeah.
And it was just so much fun. It's just, we just have fun here.
And then you ride the trailer down the rock drop.
Yep. I think it's the only trailer that's ever been down the rock.
I
With a
think
keg,
you're right.
with a keg in
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, with a keg in it, yeah. Now,
Definitely the only trailer with a keg in it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. We built, Brian got a fat bike.
Yeah.
And so we needed a fat bob. So now there's a second
that's
trailer.
That's the fat bob.
Yeah. Beer Bob 2.0.
And then second version, 2.2.
2.2?
Yeah. We had to put a brake on it because a fat bike with a keg in it is hard to stop.
Oh, wow.
So it has a brake on the trailer.
Interesting.
Yeah,
pretty
it
cool.
pushes me down the rock.
Yeah.
And it I can't slow down. I can't keep it slow enough.
Yeah.
Because it tries to walk around me, right?
Yeah.
So then I go too fast and it's bouncing everywhere, which actually people kind of love.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
like hooting and hollering the fact this thing's bouncing everywhere.
There's a little bit of like thrill there. Is he going to die?
Is the beer still okay? I think is really what they're thinking.
Probably.
Probably. Most
It's
important.
usually on Sunday when he does it.
Yeah.
I do it Sunday at noon 05.
Yep.
I wait until the noon riders pass through.
Yep. Yeah.
And every Sun. So so
that way he's not interrupting any racing.
Right.
So
the long story is the Beer Bob, the first one. Yeah, we took that thing and people were just digging it.
Yeah.
And one year, I was out there riding it around, and it was I'm sitting there watching people come down the rock drop, and I go, I think I can do that. I think I can do that.
There's people on regular bikes that don't think.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Well, I've been doing it, and my son.
And that was on your single speed.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before.
Rigid, full rigid.
Yep.
Full rigid single
Full rigid
speed
single speed.
with a keg trailer going down the rock drop.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
So
I go, I think I can do that. I've been riding a long time here in Tucson since the 90s, and
So you're an OG.
yeah. I'm one of the original. I was, part of the original clubs here.
Yeah.
Samba was the club, and then SDMB, and I was the president of that for a while, and
Right.
I helped build and lay out a lot of trails. Just all good things.
yeah.
Right.
So I've been riding a long time. So when you grow up riding in Tucson, you can ride stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing here is built.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like rugged. You got to know how to ride.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I think I can do this, right? I'm looking at that, and then I taught my son how to ride down. And I think originally he was the youngest kid to go down the rock drop,
Yep.
and that's no more. There's youngers doing
but
it now.
last year he did the jump, right? Over people.
10 people.
10 people he jumped over them. So
Wait, no, I think I was there. I think I saw that actually.
Yeah, that was my son.
Yeah, that was his son.
That's
on,
awesome.
on that bike, right? The Rocky?
Yeah.
Was it the red
Well,
one
the
or
red
the yellow
one,
one?
the
The
red
red
one.
one, yeah.
That's
So,
his Rocky. But
yeah.
my son's been going. He's 18 years old. He's been going there every year of his life.
Yeah. Right.
Every year from 0 to 18, he's been there, and it's his place. And
That's crazy. That's
picture-
crazy to think someone's been there every year of their life.
Yep.
Isn't that crazy?
That is nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I
took
mean, it's
him when
been
he-
around a while, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
Still.
he's 23 years now,
I think
24
so.
years.
Yeah,
So
wow.
he's been there 18 of them. And so when he jumped that picture of him jumping over those 10 people
Yeah.
made it onto several front pages of several
Yep.
publications.
Publications.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Super cool.
yeah, it is really cool.
Yeah, it's neat.
So.
Next year we're going to this year. Gosh, it's coming up. This year we think, based on where the people ended and he landed, we think we can fit 5 more.
No,
Why don't you go with 4 more? Just to have who someone's going to draw the short straw at the end there.
That's
Whoever
me.
gets the
It's
end
always
has
me.
to be.
It's always you.
It's
Yeah.
always me.
Yeah, whoever you're not too fond of, put them at the end.
Yeah.
So
So there's so many interesting things in here. I just had a great time. We were walking around for quite a while, kind of looking at all this stuff. But I noticed that you have a stripper pole.
yes,
And then
Yes.
I got to thinking, and I was like, well, when I drove in, I passed Fascinations. So did you pick this location because of the proximity to Fascinations,
Nope.
which is an erotic shop, by
Yeah,
the way?
they've only been there a couple years. So
Okay, so you were here first. They came here because of you.
Yes.
yes. There we go.
That one.
So what's with the stripper pole? Just out of curiosity.
Again, we have a good time here. So a friend of mine owned the stripper pole.
Man, I do not come here enough.
A friend of mine owned the stripper pole. She had it in her backyard by the pool. She was moving, and I said, "What are you doing with that?" She goes, "I don't need it anymore." I go, "I'll take it." So yeah, there are several.
Even better, like a garbage find stripper pole. Like,
It's a donated stripper pole.
Yeah.
did you
from a
clean
retired
it?
stripper.
Just tell me that you cleaned it.
Oh yeah, of
Okay,
course.
all right.
At least once a month.
Yeah. He's-
No, it usually sits outside because we have the stage and the dartboards, but we actually moved the dartboards in here. No, actually now it can stay inside. As of today, this just happened.
This
Oh
just
my
happened.
God.
So you.
Yeah.
I
you
feel
got-
like the room we're in now could be a good place for it. I mean, you got the border lights. You could dim the lights.
Well, I have stage lights
this
over
could,
there.
You could put VIP.
This could be the VIP
do-
room.
VIP.
This
See
could
the
be the
little,
VIP.
yeah.
You'll see the red rope.
Oh, you got a red
You got the
rope.
And I have a sign over there that says VIP. I put on the red rope.
You could have bottle service, like the whole
There you
deal.
go.
So, well, for sure.
Yeah.
Done all that.
I'm late to
So, you know.
that party.
But yeah, no, the pole is just an add-on, and actually, just a side story. You guys remember the Wildcat House?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Remember the
It's
cages?
Brother John's now.
Yeah.
The
Yep.
cages.
Yeah.
The cages came up on the market, and I wanted them so bad.
Oh,
And they wouldn't sell me one. They only wanted. It was only 2 or none.
Yeah.
But as I was negotiating, somebody grabbed them, so I missed it. I could have had the
bummer.
cages here too.
So you'd have a stripper pole and the cages.
And the cages.
That'd be perfect.
so I got a little quick story, just a quick story, and this is a Tucson thing, so the Tucson people will understand this. But I used to go to a club in town called the Fine Line. I don't know if you guys have ever heard
I
of this.
don't know
Yeah.
this. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is a new one
It's,
for me.
alternative music. It was cool. They had the dance floor was open to under 21. So
Okay.
when we were in high school, we could go there, and then they had a bar where you had to be 21. And in there were big speakers, and they were tall, and we would dance on them. And so I just wanted to give you that visual of me in high school dancing on speakers.
Can we get a picture of you on the stripper pole before we leave today?
I had, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Now that I know that it's cleaned at least once a month, I'm good. So,
What day of the month, though? That's the one that's the thing that matters.
Right?
so yeah. The cages at the Wildcat House, same thing. So,
Yeah, if you have any stories to tell me about this guy just joined as our co-host. I don't know him well. My last
I'm not
co-host.
too racy. I'm kind of giving you it all
well,
right now.
listen, my last
I'm
co-host.
learning things right now. By
Yeah.
the way.
Okay,
Just
so
you know.
my last co-host was addicted to S&M. And
That's what I heard.
We talked about it all the time. And then in the last
Yeah.
podcast, I found out that this guy does Roman Greco naked wrestling.
No.
With Trev.
I just like to.
with Tyler, with Tyler in your, and then I also found out
That's
that
how
he's-
we. That's how we solve our problems.
you solve your
Yeah,
problems,
yeah.
and that you also mentioned in the last podcast that you have a fetish for short women.
Just short people
Short
in general.
people in general.
Yeah, I don't want to pigeonhole into just women because I'm kind of open to. But
whatever.
yeah, the shorter the better. So,
and
and I've
gla-
got stories.
and
Oh, they're
glasses.
gonna come up. I've got stories. Oh, glasses. Yes.
And glasses.
Yes.
So, yeah, I guess all my co-hosts have to have weird kinks.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need
yeah.
a phone book to sit on right now because I'm feeling a little bit
You
objectified.
feel
Well-
objectified.
It's true.
And you guys are about the same size because you guys keep buying his
He
bikes.
keeps
right?
buying my bikes.
I
yeah.
love it. It's
So,
a favorite story. I did go down that path a minute ago, but I do love it when somebody comes in here and says, "You guys are a bike place, and what's
Yeah.
all this stuff?"
Yeah.
I tell the stories about the beer bob and the other things and the art here and the things there, and I go, "My friends built this stuff. The tap handles, all the tap handles are custom made with
Yeah,
bike parts."
I saw that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and I go, "My friends have done these things here. And
Yeah.
they love what they do. And it always circles around to, well, who was it? Well, here's his card, Dane from Guru Bikes. You should go there. I've never bought anything but things from Dane.
From Dane.
And except for Arizona. No, actually, the bike, the Kona.
Kona
I
you
bought
got from
in-
Sabino or
no, I bought it in North Carolina.
Oh, okay,
So I've
nice.
never bought an Arizona bike not at your place.
Wow,
I just
I
got
did
it.
not know that.
I
That's
just-
amazing.
yeah.
Do you?
I just
So I
got
just
it-
want to.
sorry, I just got-
I just want to let everybody know that Brian sent
Christina.
Brian,
Say hi.
Yeah,
Say hi. This is Christina.
Brian.
I'm just a little bartender.
Brian sent a text and got a beer, which I think is pretty bitchin'.
Yeah, that's bitches.
I'm just lucky I went to pick up my phone and I was like, how long
Who's-
ago? Oh,
who's
cool,
texting
I'm
me?
good.
You're always on your phone. What do you mean?
I think this should be a regular thing on the podcast.
Yeah, right. Come to the brewery.
Can Christina come home with us? All right, so you mentioned something about the bikes and stuff. You mentioned the art, and I got to tell you, the art in here is amazing. So I know a couple of them. I know David Grant made one of them. I'm looking at one behind you that's awesome. It says Pierce.
Yeah,
16.
Tyler Pierce. He's a good friend of Leafs.
Oh, yeah.
Our friend Leaf.
Yeah, Leaf's
Who does a
awesome.
tremendous amount of adventures. He's
Yeah.
very adventurous. He bikes like all over the place. Did Iceland last year. I mean, there's all
Yeah,
the time.
he's awesome.
This place, this is Tyler's back where Tyler grew up
Right on.
up northern Arizona, and it's a secret. Can't tell you.
You
Oh,
can't tell
where
you
it's
the
at?
location.
It's seriously.
Do you know the location?
Yeah,
Really?
I went with them.
Oh, wow.
On this trip, this picture that you're seeing.
You got to
this
tell me
painting,
off there because
It's
yeah.
out. So you've been to Aravaipa Canyon?
Yeah.
No, I have not. That's somewhere
You
I need
definitely
to go.
should. You-
Yeah.
I don't- I
Is that
think
the
you
one
can-
where you have to hike in for
Yeah,
like 5 days?
yeah.
Well, no,
It's not 5
you don't-
days,
yeah.
but
Well, it
5
would
days through
take-
the whole thing.
How many miles is it?
I don't know. Hey, just like mountain biking is irrelevant. How long does it take?
Because I'm going to say, if it's more than 3 miles, it's probably 5 days for me.
Yeah, it's a few miles, and you're hiking in the water.
On the bike, I'm fine, but if I'm hiking, I'm slow.
And you're in the water. It's rugged, right?
Yeah, it's super rugged.
But it's beautiful.
Absolutely.
This canyon blows it away.
Really?
Oh my God, it's amazing.
Okay.
So anyway,
Northern Arizona.
That's what that is.
Because my mom's cabin's up there, so I'm up there a lot. So you're going to have to share.
So it's actually bikeable.
Nope. You bike to the edge, and then you leave the bikes. You hike down, and then you have to hide the bikes, and then when you get done, you come back out.
Wow.
That's what that trip was.
Okay.
It was almost like it was all fat biking and kind of bike packing ish until you got to the edge, and you had to just stash them, go in. And there's one point. I'm not going to go. One point. This is the best part of it. To give you a picture. There's one point on the hike that there's no way to get from where you are past this waterfall, except for jumping off the waterfall into the water below.
And you don't have a chance to go check to make
But
sure
how do you get back up?
You go down, and then you have to come up.
You have to go a long way.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So you can go down the long way that way if you wanted to, but you jump blind. You jump without knowing.
These people, the people that live up there, know this canyon. They know everything about it.
Yeah.
So anyway, cool
interesting.
stuff. Did you ever do San Diego when you had to rappel or not?
Yeah. So we never rappelled. They put a zip line at one point, so they could send the bikes down on a zip line.
Yeah, I was on that.
But it was the catwalk where you had to go through the catwalk, and then somebody went up and put anchors in and did rappelling, and then they put a zip line. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, so I did that with the guys that know how to. You have to go with the right people that know how to know how to rappel.
Yep. Yeah.
And we did the zip line with the bikes. First guy would rappel down a rope. This is a mountain biking trip down the backside of Mount Lemon.
Yeah. Okay. So San Diego Ridge is one of the ridges that we look at when we look at the mountains.
Right.
And the idea is that you're at the top of Mount Lemon.
Right.
9,000 feet?
95.
95. And then you could ride that ridge almost all the way down, and you end up at Charlotte Gap at the top, and then you ride out Charlotte Gap. So
you avoid that 3 mile
downhiller,
up.
I'm looking at
awesome,
that going, awesome. Yeah, it's not easy.
But it's a it's a backcountry trail.
Yeah.
It's no nonsense.
No.
You have to bring everything, emergency blankets, spot.
Yep. Yeah. We got on this trail, and there's a section called the catwalk, and there's a huge rock knurl or something that you can't get by, and then a cliff pretty much.
Yeah.
And so what you have to do is actually descend down on a super narrow trail around that and then back up, and you have to carry your bike. It's not wide enough for you and the bike, and then get around. And so it causes, so what we're talking about is people going up and anchoring on that knurl and then zip lining down.
Wow.
It's crazy.
So the first person rappels, takes the rope out, and we tie our bikes on the rope with pulleys, and we just
drop your bike.
Drop them down the rope.
Yeah.
And then once the bikes roll down, everybody rappels down the rope and pull the rope out, put everything back away, and go.
Yeah.
It's the only, I think, I've ever heard of mountain bike ride that involves rappelling.
I've never heard of a mountain bike ride that involves rappelling.
It was amazing.
It's pretty crazy.
It's super, super amazing.
It's been quite a few years.
So what's the trail? What's the trail that it comes off of?
It's called San Diego. It comes off of Sutherland from the Meadow Trail. So when you get to the top, there's Meadow Trail. Then I think you hit Sutherland, but I'm not sure. It may just be called San Diego. And then we used to ride a trail next to it called CDO.
Okay.
So you break off of San Diego.
But that drops you at the bottom, so it's about 3 miles up.
Yep.
So, but San Diego is one of those great concept trails. You're like, oh, it's going to be all downhill. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
But
it's a long ride.
Bottom line is, I've told this to everybody that comes, because at this brewery, we do get a lot of out-of-town mountain bikers.
Right.
They do Google. They say, hey, I'm traveling through. I'm a biker.
That's cool.
I'm here I get a ton.
That's really cool.
Right on.
Almost more out-of-towner visitors than I do locals, because, locals are riding. They got their own little watering hole. We're up in the corner over here.
Yep.
Every out-of-towner that comes into town sees this, comes over. So conversations all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm always talking about, one, here's the bike shop you should go to.
Guru Bikes.
Yep.
Yay.
And two, we've got, in my opinion, I traveled for work for about 20 years, and I've ridden all over the country. You name it, I've ridden there.
Right on.
Tucson has got some of the most beautiful, amazing, and rugged trails. You go to some places, they're all smooth and built, but here, Mount Lemon specifically is an extremely rugged mountain.
Yep.
And if you can ride down the backside of Mount Lemon, which is a true backcountry, be prepared, no nonsense.
Yep.
if you're a beginner, you probably really shouldn't even try.
Right.
Great, amazing experience. It's just awesome.
Yeah,
You know?
it's
Well, you got a great location here, being like real close to I-10 for folks that are coming down from
Yeah.
Phoenix or coming down from northern Arizona. They're going to go right past your shop. So if you're a mountain biker and you're driving through Tucson, you best
Yeah.
stop at Catalina.
We are
Brewing.
the first brewery when you come to town, or the last when you leave town.
Yeah.
Whatever you're.
my cousins, whenever they're coming through town, they'll stop in here
Yeah.
and get a growler. So I used to come and get growlers and take them to our family reunions.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
yeah,
perfect.
they love
Yeah,
it.
and we have indoor
So-
bike parking because we understand, how valuable the bikes are.
Yep.
Yep.
So we have a sign on the door that says indoor bike parking, and we actually got one bad review one time that said,
There's bikes all over the place.
no, actually, okay, two bad reviews. I'll tell you the two. One said, how can they call themselves a bike bar? There's no bike racks.
Yeah.
And we're like,
Yeah.
no, we don't want you to leave your bikes outside. We
Yeah.
want you to bring your bikes inside.
Yep.
Yeah.
We've got room inside. Bring them inside. Put them around the brewing tanks.
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
Be
Yeah.
secure.
Yeah.
And the other one was non-bikers one time said, we're in here and there's a bunch of bikers and they smelled funny. So that was like, yes, what are you going to do with that, right?
Yeah, those are good. Those are good.
Right?
Good
My,
reviews.
my response would be to that, like, okay.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm like,
Probably true.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like,
What's the closest trail to you here? Is it like Honeybee or?
we're
Sweetwater?
Sweetwater is probably
Sweetwater.
the closest.
Sweetwater.
Honeybees, they got Tortolita, so we're probably
Yep,
right between
Tortolita.
Tortolita and Sweetwater.
Yeah.
Honeybees a little bit further out. Then you got, Tucson Mountain Park. I'm sorry,
Star Pass.
Star Pass, which
Yep.
is, and then it goes from there. And then
Yep.
50 year.
50 years, not too bad. My wife
Yeah.
went and rode that yesterday with some friends.
So,
Love 50
do
year.
you still have the chain on the loop?
Somebody stole the chain.
Is it still? I'm like,
But it's
is it
open.
still accessible?
It's open,
Okay,
yeah.
So this is a cool thing that a lot of people don't know. You can ride the loop, and there's a gap in the railing.
Right.
You can cross the wash, and boom, you're here. So
Yeah, we're right across from
yeah.
the loop.
Yeah.
Loop's
So-
right there, right here. At the end of the
Oh
road.
man, I ride the loop all the time.
So it's right at the end of the. Oh, now it's next to.
So it's between. I would tell people it's between the train tracks and Topgolf.
Top Golf.
Okay.
That's what, so if you see those big nets.
Yeah.
You're right
Yeah,
next
no,
to-
I mean it's right
Yeah.
before you cross underneath I-10. I
Yeah.
just rode it
Yep.
like last week.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
if you're coming that way after
Yeah.
Topgolf, there's that little hill down.
Yep.
And then look for the red caps for the water flow. It's right there.
Yeah.
If you go
Wow.
under the train tracks, you missed it.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
vice versa, right?
Right on.
Yeah, so-
if you're going, I guess clockwise.
Yeah.
Once you go under the freeway, then it's a left right there.
Right.
We used to do a loop ride, and we would ride to here and just ride on the loop, and you just come straight to
Yeah.
the brewery.
So
It's really cool.
The season, last season, and the season's coming up again, where we would do loop rides from here to other places.
Right on.
So like we'll go from here to a couple dive bars this way, or we'll go from here to 1912 that way, which is another really good local brewery.
Right.
Or we'll go to this place or this place, and we just go there and then come back, and it's a lot of fun.
That's
Yeah.
super cool.
Yeah.
We've talked about the loop a lot on the podcast, and it's I don't know, I think there's 160 miles now.
It's nationally recognized one of the best bike paths in the country.
Yeah,
It's pretty amazing.
2 years in a row, best bike feature in
Yep.
the country, #1.
Yeah,
and
it's-
I was involved again back in the days with STMB, involved with the folks that had the brainstorms of that.
Yeah.
Steve Anderson
Yep. Yeah.
was one of the big, really, really pushed this.
Yeah. They just dedicated Sweetwater to Steve,
Yep.
which is awesome.
Yeah, he just
Yeah.
passed away
Yeah,
last
yeah.
year, and he dedicated the trail system to him, which is amazing.
Yep.
Super, innovative guy.
Yep.
And I worked with him with STMB to just yes, please, let's do this.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
And it's an amazing thing, the loop, because again, I'm not bashing road bikers at all, but
Yeah.
I'm a mountain biker because
Yeah.
I rode. I can jump off an 8-foot rock. I can ride around cactus.
Yeah.
The snakes don't bug me, but a car stresses me out.
Yep.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
at least it's your decision to get
Right.
killed,
Well,
not someone else's.
I always say that rocks and trees don't jump out at you.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
you,
and they're
you have
not,
to
on,
pretty
they're not
much-
on their phone either. While
Yeah,
they're-
you have to crash into them.
Yeah.
They don't
Yeah.
crash into you.
Yeah, so I can jump off. A snake, whatever. He's slow. Cactus, whatever. Again, I have a lot of road biking friends, and totally respect that those guys just kick ass. They ride
Yep.
hard. They do great things. Riding up Mount Lemmon, for example, all
Yep.
the way up and down. I'm like, I couldn't do that.
Yeah. I can, but my knees hate me. So,
But yeah, that's not for me. So the loop has changed everything because you're protected from the road, and
Yep.
it's just a wonderful thing that
Yeah.
they put here. And you can get from here to anywhere and vice versa, and it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was interesting. We had Sam Credio, who's he's the director of transportation and mobility for Tucson.
Pothole guy.
The pothole guy, yes, yeah. But he was telling us that the loop is actually managed by like the people that do the watershed in Tucson.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So I thought
they have access.
I thought Pima County
Well, they're part of Pima County, the
I
watershed,
know, but
isn't it?
I believe it is, but
Yeah.
it's because they have access to the washes.
Yes.
And so they actually
Yes.
maintain the loop.
Oh.
It's not City of Tucson.
No,
Okay.
it's totally Pima. It's not
Yeah.
just Tucson.
Yeah.
Because it crosses all the little areas. So
Yeah.
yeah, totally. That's when Steve Anderson and Joe Barr, another really good friend, he worked for the county.
Right.
They were the guys making this thing happen, and of course Chuck.
Yep.
That,
Yeah, it's named after him.
right.
So
it's good stuff. And I've got a book by a local guy that wrote a book about the loop, and it has all the. It's really cool. We have it here. We have a bunch of his books here.
Right.
Yeah.
The loop guide.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. It has a map, and then just like the old school paper maps, where each part of the map has a number, and then you go to that page, and it has details on that section.
Right.
That's cool.
And it tells you, here's the part of the loop, and here's what you can do when you're there. Here's
Yeah.
a restaurant, here's a bar, here's a
Yeah,
place
yeah,
to
yeah,
shop,
Yeah.
here's a thing, and it's really well done.
Wow.
And that's the loop guide if you're really into the loop, it's a kind of a cool.
I need to get
resource.
some of those for the shop because that's pretty awesome.
I can tell you.
Yeah.
I'll send you his info.
That'd be
He
wonderful.
just sent me an email that said he just published a bunch more.
Maybe we can put that in the show notes.
Yeah, for sure.
That'd be
Definitely.
awesome.
Yeah, we'll put a link to that in the
Yeah.
show notes. And
Yeah.
maybe we should do an episode on the loop in general. I mean, we've had like Transit wants to come on, and then they're a shop that's like right off the loop. And then we
Jenna.
had Ride Now, Jesus, who's a shop right off the loop. And now we've got you, who's
Yeah.
a brewer. Right
Yeah,
off the loop.
Transit. I also think that's a great
Yep.
shop. Transit's
Yeah.
another great shop that people really love. They're
Yeah,
good
oh, yeah.
people.
Yeah,
They do good things.
Tucson's just got great shops. They really do. We keep talking about Guru Bikes, and I feel bad because there are so many good shops.
Yeah.
And they may not be as good as Guru, but no, wait, I take that back. I'm just kidding. You guys know I'm
Jenna's a
kidding.
little cuter though. That's
Yeah,
one
oh.
thing she's got over you.
For
just
sure.
so you
Way
know.
cuter.
For
Right?
sure. She's got way more style than I do. That's for sure.
Nah, she's a great
I
lady.
just wear
She does good
t-shirts
things.
and-
Yeah.
Anybody who walks around in cargo pants or shorts as much as I do is definitely not on the
He's not-
style
the-
game.
no
yeah.
style.
No, I
But
got
you
that-
guys both have the same amount of passion, right? She
Yeah.
works. She's super into it. You're into it. It's really
Yep.
cool.
Yeah.
Good. Like you said, good shops.
Okay, I wanna hear more about the brewery, but I also like to hear about your riding too. So, and then your son who's riding, which is amazing. So, do you get to ride at all?
I think this is all of our struggle.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Well. Yeah. So my history is, I started mountain biking way earlier than I even knew what that was. In early '90s, a friend of mine that doesn't mountain bike anymore said, "Let's do mountain bike things."
Yeah.
And I said, "Okay, cool."
And the
So
90s as full rigid,
Yes.
26.
I bought a $600
Bone
Sorry, let me back
shakers.
up. My first bike was $300 something that was like whatever.
Yep.
And very quickly I realized that's not going to work. So I bought a $800 GT Avalanche full rigid.
Full rigid. Okay.
And
All right.
and it was like $800. What the hell
Oh my God.
am I
Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
right now?
I remember that. I remember when $800 was like the best
It's like
bike.
expensive bike.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
I wish I had that bike still. I gave it to a friend of mine, and I wish I still had that bike. That was a fun bike.
Was it polished?
No, it was blue.
It was blue. Okay.
But
all
just
right.
loved the look and the feel.
Was it the GT blue?
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
that? Oh,
yeah,
nice. Nice. Even better than the polished.
So I rode that bike. Back in those days, you had Wildcat Trails and Star Pass, and you had Chiva Falls.
Yeah.
And you had the one on
did
Mount Lemon.
Pepper sauce, and then we did lemon. I don't remember.
No, there's one on Mount Lemon. It was the one, oh my gosh, I just lost the name.
Oh.
The Butterfly.
Oh yeah, butterfly. Yeah,
Yeah, that's it. That's
to,
all you had.
to the control road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That's all you
Crystal
had.
Springs.
Crystal Springs, that's
Yep,
the one. But
that's
the
it.
other direction.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So-
all you had. And we rode that. We rode Chiva Falls all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then back then at night in the summer, we would have like a little tiny double C battery light you could barely see.
Yeah.
And the Camelbacks didn't exist.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we had to have double water bottles, which was kick ass back
Yeah.
then.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was so much different.
Yeah.
It was just we rode all the time.
Oh man, I remember riding Star Pass Trail, and there wasn't trails out there. There was the old wagon route
Yeah.
that went through the pass,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I rode. I don't even know where it's at, but I rode. My neighbor took me out on and showed me this trail for the first time. I was a neighborhood kid who just rode in the neighborhood, and he actually showed me mountain biking for the first time.
Right.
And we stopped at a trail, and he showed me this groove in a rock. And he goes, this is where the wagons came through. They made this groove. I don't know where that is today.
Interesting.
But we used to, I think it's 36th Street. So you know the wall on Star Pass Trail?
Yeah.
So that entrance, wherever that was through that neighborhood, that's where we used to come through. So it wasn't even 36th Street. It was...
Well,
it's amazing how different it is.
Yeah.
But that wagon road for a
Yeah.
long time you had to pay a fee to get through that. People would drive up and over Star Pass.
Really?
And you had to pay this guy that had a house there
Okay.
a toll to drive through there.
No way.
And the house is
Is that the one where the foundation and there's a car buried?
Yes.
I know where that's
Yeah,
at. I got to take...
it's behind the rocks.
Yeah.
You have to
Right.
go.
Yeah.
And you can climb up and ride down that rock too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We do it all the time.
Yeah.
So, now so in Star Pass, if you are looking at Star Pass, you've ridden?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah, I used to
so-
live in Star Pass actually
Okay,
for a
so-
year. I lived there.
When you look at Star Pass, if you take a right, and I got to tell you that we have listeners all over the world.
Yeah,
so we're talking about
we're deep Tucson.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
right.
is Tucson riding. So what we're talking about is an area that used to be Wild West and Indians and cowboys. No joke.
For sure.
Just
Yeah.
we're out here and we're expressing how we've learned, all this culture in here. But then people would homestead out here. And so this guy had a house.
Yep.
And right at Star Pass, you'd take a right instead of going through the pass, go around the mountain, and there's a old foundation and a car buried, which we all love to stand on and take pictures. But if you go right up the hill, you go down the slick rock into Star Pass.
I don't think
which is really
I don't know where you're talking about.
It's-
I'm going
it's-
to figure that out.
Yeah.
I'll look
So
it up
now,
on Google Earth or
a
something.
new section of trail takes you by there. And we called it the Beer Garden, but I think it has a different name.
Beer garden's further away.
But don't you join that trail?
Yeah, there was another name. I have to think about it.
Yeah.
It's just like Sweetwater. They
Yeah.
changed all the names. They made
Yes.
new names. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did
the
they
new
make,
names.
make
So,
new names this
The
week?
county made names, and we had our own.
Yes.
Yeah.
our names,
So like
and-
Desperado and stuff like that. That wasn't. Those are part of
No.
the new names.
Yeah.
No, yeah, Desperado's a new name. So that happens all the time. So as old as I am, because I'm ancient, riding in Tucson, we had names at 50 year. We had different names.
Right.
We had Fantasy Island names.
That's
And then
interesting.
now that Strava and Trail Forks and all the things come out,
Yeah.
they get kind of an official name that wasn't really the official
Yeah.
name.
Yeah.
Some guy who posted the first ride on there gets to name it,
Yeah.
basically.
So just so you know, I've never used Strava.
I-
Not once.
I did, but I became a Strava asshole.
Yeah,
guys know what
because,
that is?
because
Yes,
I just want to
absolutely.
ride for me. I don't want to ride.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so back to real quick, Sweetwater.
Okay, Sweetwater.
I named Broken Arrow, Lost Arrow. I named Lost
'cause you
Arrow. It was
found
me.
the arrow.
I find the arrow.
Yeah,
That was me.
Yeah, there's a lost arrow.
And lunch
That's
rocket.
still one of the names. That's still
Yeah.
one of the.
No,
trail
they
names.
kept that name. That's
Yeah.
the only name they kept. So I'm like, yes, because
Nice.
I walked with the county to help them decide where to put some of the trails. And
Yeah.
that
Right.
trail existed, Wildcat Trail.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is a great trail. It goes over here, and it goes over here, and I go, oh, look, there's an arrow in this massive swirl.
Yeah, yeah,
There's an arrow just stuck in the swirl.
yeah. Every once in a while, I stop and try and find it because I
Yeah.
don't.
Is it
I didn't
still there?
memorize-
Yeah.
yeah, it's still there. So yeah,
And-
if you ride that trail, you got to look for the arrow.
That's
So,
interesting.
Yeah, and like on 50 year, you got this thing called Lunch Rock, right? It's a
Yep.
big ass rock that goes negative.
Yep.
It's the
You
one that
roll
you
down
can
it.
barely see. You can't see it when you're on top of
Nope.
it. You can't
You
see
have to
only
know.
that-
You have to know where to put your tire.
Yeah, my
Yep.
wife's like, just go down. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
screw
So
you.
Lunch Rock.
You can do it. I'll take you. You
I
can
called
do
it Lunch
Yeah.
Rock
Yeah.
as a joke one year because we stopped and had lunch there, and
Oh,
guess
It
what?
just-
so I've
It's
been
still
calling
there.
it that for years. I thought it was because you if you mess up, you eat your lunch. Like you.
That would have been better.
Yeah, like
I
you
just-
face plant.
We
like,
had
you know what I
lunch
mean?
It was
there.
literally
Yeah.
because they
Yeah.
stopped and had lunch at that place.
And then,
I-
and then the guy that lives out there got all mad because that's not what it's called. Yeah, it's stuck. Sorry.
Yeah, it did. It totally did. There's another drop roll at that I tried to name, and I called it Incisor because it looks like a tooth
Right.
that you come down. Yeah, it didn't take off.
Didn't stick.
Nobody cares. So
Anyway.
Just need to create a
So-
Strava segment.
that's the
Yeah.
problem. I don't
Yeah.
have
So
it on
to go
paper,
back to
so-
the worldwide audience here,
yeah,
because I get all these people literally that come from all over the world through my brewery.
Yeah.
I get to tell these stories, which I'm proud of Tucson. I love Tucson. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yep.
And I get to tell these stories, and the relevance is this is one of the most unique areas for writing.
yeah,
There's so many different things. We have Mount Lemmon that's 9,000 feet, that's
Yep.
in the trees.
yeah.
And you have
Snow.
Star Pass, snow. You have
Snow.
Star Pass, which is all volcanic.
Yep.
And then you have 50 year, which is all granite.
Yep.
You can go back the way back in 50 year, and you're riding on just slick rock.
Yeah.
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 So now you're feeling like you're in Sedona.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Or
Huge
Moab,
slabs. Huge
right?
slabs. Yeah.
So we have so much variety here as
Yeah.
a mountain biker. And on one hand, we're like, shh, don't talk about it.
Yeah.
You know.
Well,
But on the other hand,
you're talking about it.
I want more people to talk about
but on the other
it.
hand,
Yeah.
well, yeah, because you want to buy tubes and no such thing as tubes anymore. You want to buy bikes.
Yeah.
And tires
honestly, I
and
just
beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've traveled all over and I've ridden so many places and I have not found a better place. I mean, I just think Tucson's
The-
amazing.
The only place I would
So.
put up a little bit is not Moab, which is pretty awesome, and everybody
Moab's
knows
awesome.
it.
Yeah.
Is
I wouldn't want to live there, though.
Holy crap! I just forgot the name.
What state's it in?
It's in Utah.
Utah?
The other place we always
St.
go.
George?
It's close.
Oh, are you talking Gooseberry?
Yes.
Gooseberry.
The
yeah.
backside of Gooseberry off the mesa.
Grafton Mesa.
Grafton Mesa.
Oh my God, I love Grafton Mesa.
Grafton Mesa is the only place I've ever found that I liked almost as much as
Tucson.
some of the Mount Lemon rides.
There's a little town called Springdale. It's right at the entrance to Zion.
Okay.
So you can go there. We hiked Zion Angel's Landing.
Oh yeah.
I crawled. So if you want to hear a story,
Oh, yeah.
Brian and I
still tell that story.
Yeah. So we get up. So Angel's Landing has a pretty wide path that zigzags up most of the mountain.
Right.
And then right when you get to basically where it starts to spire,
Right.
it gets flat again, and it's narrow, and you can look over both sides. We come around the corner and we get up there, and I see the edge, and it looks like you're in an airplane. That's how high up. I'm looking at tiny little buses down there that are in the canyon that are like, like 10 centimeters long to me.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
how
yeah.
small they are.
Yeah.
And I hit the ground, and I got on the ground, and I'm like, the only way I could look over the edge was to be.
On your stomach?
I'm totally embarrassing myself on the podcast right now, but I'm like crawling up to the edge just to look at it because I can't stand up.
Do you happen to have any pictures of him crawling?
no.
I don't think
So we got to the top.
But that's not even the top. Because
No, that's the public top.
That's the public. But then they have chains
Yeah.
that you can climb out to the spire even farther. And guess who stayed back?
You just said no. I'm
yeah,
not doing
so,
that.
yeah,
so it's
no
all
way.
it's a
No
paved
way.
it's a paved super windy switchy back thing.
Yep.
You get to that little plateau and
Yep.
there's a bathroom
Yeah.
and several barrels of human waste from the bathroom, by the way.
I don't remember that.
Oh, yeah.
See, I blocked
So-
that out.
Yeah.
So
so we got there. We're all like, "Whew, okay, here we go. We're ready for the big thing."
Right.
And I look over, and he's by himself walking over to the edge, and I just see him just like, hit the deck and crab walk back off the edge.
He's like, no, I'm
like,
done.
he's like, I'm out.
it's crazy because you're.
It's a vertical 1,000-foot cliff.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just 100% vertical. The
Yeah.
cars, like you said, are like Matchbox cars on
Yeah,
the
they're
bottom. It's so
tiny,
high.
Tiny.
Oh, wow.
It's incredible.
It-
It's a beautiful thing. But when you walk up, here's the thing: is when you walk up past that, which you don't know,
Yeah.
it's all you have to hang on to chains.
Yeah, you have
but
to
it's
hang on
it's
chains,
It's
like-
a fin. You're walking
Yeah.
on a fin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're hanging onto
what's it,
chains.
like 15 inches, 20 inches wide. Like
Sometimes.
it's- yeah.
And then, but here's the thing: you're hanging on a chain, and every now and then the chains have a gap, and you're like, you can barely reach the next chain.
There's no way.
And then,
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
And then there's two-way traffic.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
So you're having to like reach around people and
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah,
it was
not
insane.
gonna-
And then when you
not
get to the
gonna-
very tippy top,
Yeah.
there's no chains.
Oh, yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
fence. You're like on this top of this big, huge, what's it called?
Spire.
Sure.
That's what I call them.
And
They're
we
just
walk-
big,
Yeah.
looks, yeah, it's a
We
spire.
walked over the
Yeah.
edge, and it's a vertical. It's incredible.
Yeah.
We have. You ever done the Picacho Peak?
Yes.
It's
yeah.
a small version of that.
Guess where I
Very
stopped.
small. Yeah. when you
right
get-
before the chains.
Yeah.
Picacho is a small version of what you
Yeah,
guys did up
yeah.
there.
Yeah. Same
Picacho's
thing.
amazing. It's a beautiful thing.
Great hike up to the top to the saddle.
Yep.
And then they have chains that go up to the top. Yep. Guess where I stopped.
You stopped there.
Yeah. When you-
Buddy, I'll be right there with you.
When
just
you
so
get to the
know.
top,
Yeah.
it's a 360. You're sitting on something maybe no more bigger than this room,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
and it's a 360-degree view, and
It's
there's people
I'm
sitting
sure
there.
it's
and
amazing.
We get up there. We go up there New Year's Day. Sorry,
Yeah.
and we pop a thing of champagne and we drink, whatever.
Yeah.
And then you have to get down.
Yeah. Exactly. So what I learned from this discussion is I made the right decision.
It was yeah.
And if I want that view, all I have to do is Google it and find some video online. So
Yeah. So, anyways, Southwest is just amazing, and this place isn't mountain biking, but right around all that with Gooseberry
Yep.
and
Yeah.
it's just
Gooseberry Hurricane. So this is near St. George.
Yep.
Hurricane. There's Grafton Mesa, Wire Mesa. We did. So we rode last trip there. I didn't get to go with Brian, but we went and rode Flying Monkey, which is crazy.
I've heard about that trail, actually.
That's the one trail that because the people I went before didn't want to do it.
Okay, so people are going to call me out, but I'm going to say I rode it. There are maybe some sections that weren't fully ridden, but but then there's also Kong, which is off of that, and none of us. Now, a couple of my friends want to go hit Kong, but the first entrance to Kong is a huge drop to a narrow landing, and like it's insane. Like the trails are insane, and then right next to that are all the Red Bull Rampage sites.
So that's what I'm going to say, because that's those people are there training.
Yep.
We were at Gooseberry one time, and we stayed at one of the yurts there.
Yeah.
And the yurt is on the edge, and you overlook.
Oh, that's because
Rampage.
right across the valley is the Rampage.
So we sat there on the edge
Yeah.
and just watched. I mean, and again, the bikes look this big.
Yeah.
That's how high you are on this
Right.
thing compared to the Rampage. It's a beautiful area. I would recommend to all the people listening, if you're a mountain biker, you've got to go to Gooseberry.
Gooseberry is one
Everybody
of the most
knows Moab.
underrated. Yeah. Moab's amazing, but Gooseberry is super underrated, and there's so much riding out there.
So come to Tucson first,
Yep.
Right.
and then go to Gooseberry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and then come here and we'll tell you all about it.
yeah. So true. So
So what are you riding these days?
Oh yeah, that's your original question. We never got to.
That's
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
That's
So I
okay.
started and then did wonderful things, rode all the time,
Yeah.
and then somehow got roped into opening up a brewery, and yeah, that's about it. So, ask any business owner you know. What do you do now? Oh, that's about it.
oh
That's all I do.
yep.
Yeah. So there's amazing rides out here all the time. At SDMB, we just had this thing called the 8-ish Days of Christmas, which you ride every day between Christmas and New Year's, and it's a fun time.
Yep.
We try to hit all the trails.
Yeah.
Right on.
And I started that thing 10 years ago with me and a buddy, Graham, who does all my artwork still.
Yeah. Graham's awesome. He does my website.
Yeah, and he's a mountain biker.
Right on.
And one year we said, we're both off. Let's ride every day. 100 miles later, we rode every day. We hit all the trails. Now there's too many trails to hit in 8 days.
Yep.
But people are like, STMB took it over, and they're doing a great job.
Yep.
So that's when you have to try to ride. You have to do these events. You have to. You have to have some reason to just stop the business for a minute and go do these things.
Did you do the 8 days this year?
I did 3 of them.
That's awesome.
That's
I
better-
did.
that's better
You know how
than-
many I did? 1, maybe.
You
I'm not even
supported
sure.
one really well.
I supported one. I don't even know if I was on the ride. I just supported it because I wasn't on that ride. So
Well,
that sucked.
yeah.
That was our Winter Haven ride. So we go through Winter Haven in Tucson is a neighborhood that decorates
Yeah,
for
it's
Christmas
pretty
in
amazing.
such a huge way, and it's a huge event, and all Christmas. It's amazing. It's probably the biggest. I haven't been to a lot of places during Christmas, but Winter Haven is just amazing.
For sure in Tucson, it's the biggest.
Yeah, it's by far. So we did a ride from the shop to Winter Haven.
And you didn't go on that route?
No, I think I had family obligations.
I saw you posted it. I wanted to go.
Yeah.
I can't remember why I didn't, but
That's the nice thing about the shop is we've got all of us are passionate, and
Yeah.
so if
you
one
can't
of
make
us
it-
can't make it, somebody's going to make it, and it's just amazing. Like that's one thing I would say that I learned our group rides. I learned that concept of getting people together and having a good time probably from Brian. I think I learned that more from Brian than anything. I would give you a lot of credit for that because before you, I would go out with 1 or 2 friends.
Right.
But Brian's rides always had just 10, 15, tons of people. And I think I learned that from him. And one of the things that he's taught me also is patience in the ride.
Right on.
He's not hammering. We go out, we stay together, we have fun, we do things. It's not a hammer fest. And sometimes I got a little too caught up in trying to go fast.
Yeah.
And I didn't enjoy myself.
Ah.
And so I'd say I'd credit you with
well,
teaching
thanks
me
for that, because I do remember those days when there's people, like, there's a couple folks we know that race, and they're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, we're gonna go."
Yeah.
And
Let's go.
and we actually got called
Quilters
quilters
Yep.
for a while.
Yeah, like you're quilting.
You guys, what are you doing? Making quilts? I'm like, yes, I love it. So he thought he was insulting us. I'm like, we're going to use that. We're the quilting team. We're here. What are we doing?
It's true.
We're playing on this rock right now.
Yeah.
We're sitting on this rock looking at the sunset. We're having a beer.
Sessioning.
We're doing whatever.
Photos.
Sessioning.
Photos.
People used to get mad. I'd break my camera out and take pictures.
Yeah.
And then later on, they said, you know what? Thank you for those pictures, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're just here to enjoy this.
Right.
If you're just rolling through it, and those guys, their mentality was they like to race, they like to compete, they like to win. That's okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
No judgment. Back to our inclusivity conversation earlier.
Yeah.
No judgment. And if they said, hey, we don't want to ride with you, I'm like, cool. I'll see you at the end. Whatever. I'm here playing.
Yep.
Do your thing,
Yeah.
But Joby, my friend Joby, he was one of those. He was like, what are you doing? And then later on, he's like, oh, this is great. I love these pictures.
Yeah.
So do you have any group rides that come out of the brewery right now?
Right now, we haven't. There's a couple trail systems not too far from here that we used to ride from here up and do the trails and come back.
Right.
It's a seasonal thing, of course.
Yep.
In the summer,
It's a little hot.
right? So, and in the winter, it's actually cold. So you have the other two seasons.
Yeah.
But winter's like 2 days and summer's like 5 weeks. So,
Yeah.
so
you can get by.
right?
Yeah.
So that's another thing. Another thing to the worldwide people, they think it's hot here.
Yeah.
It's really not that hot very long
Yeah.
Well,
because it's not cold at all.
Yeah.
Except for those 5 days.
Yeah.
yeah. I always ask.
Feels like today might be one of those days. I don't know.
right?
It was cold today.
I always ask on the heat, is this your first summer?
Yeah.
That's the hottest. Once you get used to it, it kind of goes away.
Once you acclimate
2
to
summers
it.
ago, it was pretty darn hot. It was
Yeah.
like a weird hot. Like, Like humid, more whatever.
Yeah, we had a good monsoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But I ride all year. I mean, I ride.
Same
There's
here.
not a week of the year that I don't ride.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wish I could say that.
because it's not. Let's pretend it's 105. It's not that bad because at 6 o'clock it's 90.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's
and
do
at
it.
6 a.m. It's like 80.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Once the sun goes down, it's not beating on you. So
Yeah.
I actually ride more. I don't know if I've mentioned this on the cast yet, but I ride more in the summer than I do in the winter.
same
You just ride at night?
because we're not cold people.
Well, it's not even well.
Because it's dark too. It gets dark fast.
It's the darkness.
yeah.
So it's weird because you say those two things and they contradict what I'm thinking, but it's my time at the shop. So the perfect riding time in the winter is middle of the day, and I'm always at the shop.
Yeah.
And so my riding is usually super early or late at night.
So you're cold.
And so the cold is probably what it is. And so during the summer, I do a ton of night riding, and I tend to ride more. Plus, our season for the shop is slower.
Yeah. So,
I have a
the slop
little
showing,
bit,
so you have some more
a
time.
little bit more.
Yeah, but no, we've hosted several rides out of here, and lately it's been a little died off a little bit. We hosted one of the rides for the 8-ish days.
Yep.
And that was super fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, we used to do once a week, and now we have to be consistent. That's the problem. They depend on me being consistent, and I can't be because tonight, let's say my bartender calls out, or next time there's a birthday party, or I can't bail on those things.
Yeah, you're running a business.
So I've tried to have other people run them for me, and that works, sufficiently.
Yeah.
But like we're almost ready to start back up at least our bar ride. The bar ride's been super popular because who doesn't like that?
Yeah,
Right.
ride a bike, drink.
And you just go from bar to bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
How many bars
on
do you
the
go
loop.
to in one in one
So there's
set?
the plan, and then there's the actual, right?
What's the standard
Yeah, right.
deviation between those?
Right. We have this grandiose plan to hit these and then come back, and then sometimes you get to half of those, and then you have to call somebody to bring you back. We always have a backup plan, somebody with a truck, just in case.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So you're gonna start doing those again?
Yep, we're getting towards that again, and again, it's riding bikes. You're on a bike, you're on a loop, you're on a road, you're on a trail.
Yep.
It's people love it.
Yeah.
So what bike are you riding these days? What's your numero uno? I know you have a couple because I've seen a few throughout this establishment.
Yeah, I've actually been thinning the herd out a little bit for several reasons, but my go-to favorite right now, well, let me back up a second to paraphrase something we talked about earlier. I'm a pretty loyal to whatever I choose, right?
Right.
Yeah.
It's somewhat of an investment, somewhat of, even if it's not quite right, I'm going to be stubborn about it, So, back in the day, I rode the GT hardtail forever.
Yep.
Right.
And a friend of mine that downhill raced back then, sold me his 2-inch front fork.
Nice.
As a downhill racer. He goes, I'm going from 2 inches to 4. And I'm like, I'll take your 2 inch fork.
Crazy. Oh,
I know.
Yeah.
And I used to ride Chiba Falls all the time.
Yeah.
And I'd go home and my kidneys and eyeballs would hurt because it was hard. It was just rigid.
Yeah.
And then he gave me this 2 inch fork and I was like, this is the best thing ever.
Yeah.
So I rode that bike for a long time. So then I bought this other bike that had full suspension. It was amazing, but it was 4 inch. I'm like, yes. I rode that for a long time. And then Dane here turned me on to this thing, this Titus bike.
Yeah.
That just
The Wapo.
blew me
Wapo.
away.
Yeah.
Beautiful
Yeah.
bike.
Chris makes good bikes.
It was
Yes.
pretty.
Yeah.
And it had all the suspensions and it had everything going on.
Is that the one that I saw when you came in?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
So that, gosh, that's 20 years old now.
Is it
Holy
raw?
crap.
Well, it was eight.
I-
So my son's this is how I gauge things. My son's 18.
Yeah.
And you brought the bike over when he was like 2. So I'm going to say 16 years old bike.
Do you want to tell that story?
When you brought the bike over?
When he bought the bike? So
Yeah.
first, I got to premise this. It took so much work to get him to get a bike. Like it was, I think I took him out to lunch, like, and we were friends.
Yeah.
But man, I had to wear him down, and his bike was 10 years old at the time.
Right.
And it's clapped out. He kept bringing it to me to try and keep it going, and
Yeah,
I'm just like,
you're
man,
like,
you
bro."
need a new bike. And finally, he buys this bike, and it's custom. I'm pretty sure we ground
You
up
built
built
it?
it. Yeah.
Well,
Go ahead.
so quickly, the bike that you finally got me to go away from,
Yep.
it partially is because I broke the triangle
Yep.
on South Mountain.
Yeah, that's
And I
right.
didn't even know it was broken.
South
I
Mountain
rode
up
South
in
Mountain
Phoenix.
with a broken triangle.
Yep, yeah.
And I go home, I'm like, oh, I think I need a new bike.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And then I got just a thing. So Titus is a beautiful company in Phoenix.
Yeah. Yep.
That was doing great things.
Yeah.
Yep.
They had this special with the Kane Brothers.
Oh, Crank Brothers edition.
Jeez.
Oh, that's right. You got the special edition.
So I got
for
the-
those that don't know, Titus is kind of like the same owner of Pivot, right?
Yeah,
so Pivot,
right.
Chris
So
Catal
yeah,
is-
so
stepped
when,
over,
when
yeah.
Chris left Titus, then he started Pivot.
Yeah.
And so
So I got
he's-
the only and first green Titus Wapo with the orange
Yep.
features.
That's
Because they
right.
said, that's going to be dumb. We're doing
Yeah.
silver with orange.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't care. I want green and orange.
Yep.
I was
Yep.
the first and only
right.
ever.
Yeah, that bike was,
And it was beautiful.
so
It was
sexy.
beautiful. So
Oh.
he built it for me, made it happen.
Yeah.
And I was at my house. It was Cinco de Mayo party at my house.
Yeah, huge. Like everybody,
All the mountain
mountain
bikers.
bikers are there.
Back then, it was all the mountain bikers were like 20.
Yeah, there's like 20.
All of them were there.
Yeah.
Seriously. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, yeah.
And he shows up with that bike, brings it, house delivers it, walks it in. Everybody's just like,
Yeah.
There was just like this whole like Googling.
Yeah,
Goggling?
Goggling, Googling something different
yeah.
these days.
Oogling,
Oogling.
There we go.
There you go.
Oogling. Yeah.
It's OG.
And,
OG.
and at the time, at his house, he had built a mountain bike
Half
course
mile trail.
Oh, nice.
at his house.
Right
which,
on.
Yeah, I've
so
still
did you
not
take it
done.
out right then and try it out?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my son was like 2, and he's like, "Please let me ride it." Yeah, no, because I lived in North Carolina for a minute for about 5 years, grew up here, went to North Carolina for work for 5 years, and came back. What I learned in North Carolina was how to ride logs and
Yeah, skinnies
and skinnies,
yep.
and so
Yeah.
I built and in my property I built skinnies and log overs and teeter totters and all these things that nobody
Yeah.
here knew how to ride.
Yeah, it's
So people
cool.
would come to my place and just practice riding these things.
Yeah.
It was
Right.
so much fun.
Yeah,
I miss those days a lot. But
Yeah.
yeah. So anyways, so then that bike lasted me a long time because I still have it.
yeah, it's still here.
I still
We
have
just
it.
rolled it in tonight.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, with flat tires. And
Yeah.
26 inch.
Yeah.
And a coil over on
You
it.
can't even buy tubes anymore.
Titanium coilover.
Titanium.
Is it titanium
coilover.
coil?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that help? What is that?
It's just a
Lighter.
weight.
Just a weight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but the coilover is amazing. I rode that thing on Sunrise multiple times. Big things. Big
Oh, yeah.
things.
Yeah.
It took it to. It took whatever I gave it to.
Yep.
Gave to it.
Yeah.
So then he goes. All right, Titus is gone. Now I have these Rocky Mountain bikes. Let me try this one. I'm like, I don't want to. No, I don't want to. No.
No.
He goes, I'm
Change
your,
is bad.
He goes, I'm your crack dealer. I'm like, yeah, fine. And then I rode it down Bug Springs, and I'm like, okay, this is amazing.
Right.
I've never ridden Bug Springs this fast with less pain.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a beautiful bike.
Right.
So there I
That's
have
the
that
Rocky-
one now.
the Rocky Mountain Slayer.
Slayer. Gorgeous bike.
Circa, what year?
Oh God, I don't even
16?
know. 16 or
I'm
17.
guessing.
So that's
Yeah.
like the big geometry. So have you ridden one of the new bikes?
Again, No.
I mean, it's
There's
like
a reason why I know.
it's
Well,
night and day.
It hasn't been 10 years yet.
Oh my gosh.
Well, here's what happened. Let me give you another story, right? So back to my son. So I had bought that bike, and then I bought a Pivot from Dane as well. It was a decent bike.
Why don't I remember that?
I don't know. I bought that. I don't even know which
You
one
sold
it
a
was.
lot of pivots, brother.
So I bought, it was
I don't
a
even
used-
remember
it was-
all the bikes
It was
I've
a used
had.
one, right? So I got rid of one of my bikes, and my son was getting bigger.
Yep.
I bought a small bike from a friend, and he immediately grew. I'm like, oh,
Okay.
Great.
So like I got in a lot of trouble from the wife because I bought this bike for something, and like 6 months later, he couldn't. It was too big.
Yep.
So I bought the wrong bike at the wrong time, and I go, oh, now what? So I bought a Pivot, a used one, just to get him through that.
Yep.
So my son, we show up at the trailhead. He would literally jump out of the truck before he even shut the truck off, run around and grab the Slayer and get on it. Look at me. I'm like, what the hell?
Yep.
So then I have to ride the Pivot,
Yeah.
and the Pivot just didn't do it for me. It obviously didn't do it for him either.
Yeah.
So then I go, Dan, I got a problem. He goes, well, good news is my Slayer I'm riding now, a year later, I got to upgrade and get rid of. I'm like, all right, I'll take that one. So I bought a Slayer 1 year, and the very next year, the next year.
Yep.
So I have 2 Slayers, one for me and one for my son.
Yep.
So you haven't ridden a modern geometry bike?
No.
You need to, man.
It's kind of tricky because the way that he rides, he's riding a Slayer
Yeah.
as a cross-country bike, which is pretty modern because it's pretty slacked out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And so, but
That makes sense.
I'm
But Pivot has, I mean, they're not super aggressive with their geometry, right? I mean, they're less steep than or less slack than most. Like the Switchblade, I couldn't believe.
starting to change.
Is it starting to
So,
change?
Yeah, so like my new Mach 4 SL,
Right.
which is their newest version,
Uh-huh.
way slacker, and
Really?
it's their lightest cross country bike.
Yeah.
And I could do bug springs on that bike. It's pretty amazing.
Wow.
So, so they're starting to change, but yeah, every company has their own
So
philosophy.
what's the head tube angle on his Slayer?
Not a clue.
Back to the
So one thing that you'll learn about me, Josh, is that I can't keep those numbers in my head.
Okay.
I don't even try.
The
I'm going to start
Slayer's-
bringing my laptop with me so I can
The,
remember that.
the Slayer's pretty slack, but I think we talked about this on my first podcast with you.
Yeah.
Is one of the things that Rocky does that's pretty amazing is they are adjustable
Yeah.
geometry,
Yeah.
and so he can make it steep for Fantasy Island, or he can make it slack for Sunrise.
Yeah, you showed me that
Yeah.
day one. Never touched it.
No, yeah,
Never will.
Still have. So what do you have it set in? Do you know?
I don't know.
It's in the middle, if I remember correctly. Well, so
No idea.
every once in a while, I'll change it for him if we're at a
Really?
bike park. Yeah,
You don't
First-
tell me that.
no, I just do it when you're
So
not.
I got to tell you,
looking,
I've obviously had relationships with lots and lots of mountain bikers. I've never met someone that is into the sport as much as you.
Yep.
That doesn't know every single widget and piece and
Not a techie.
It's super
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
Yeah, no, same with the beer. I have no idea what ABV this beer is that I'm drinking right now.
Yeah.
No
Really?
idea.
Do you know what
Yeah.
beer it is that you're drinking right now?
I think I ordered a Peloton. They're all good. I don't know. Come in. They're all good. They're all good. But some people come in and say, they go, hey, what's the something with that beer? What's
Oh,
the
look on the-
percentage of
look
this?
on the
What,
sheet.
Yep.
what temperature do you, or what time do you put the thing in? I'm like,
Yep.
I don't know. Do you like it or not? Having fun? We're about fun. That's what we have here. And people do, I cannot tell you the number one thing that I love about this brewery that it was my job to do, so I'm proud of it,
Yeah.
was to make it a fun place to be.
Yeah.
And always new people walk in here and go, wow, this is a cool
Super
vibe.
cool.
Yeah.
And I've never heard anything other than that.
Yeah.
You know what I didn't see? I haven't seen. Do you have a Duke Saguaro in here?
No.
Yes.
You do.
Wait. No, the last one's
From-
gone. I have a Duke Ocotillo.
Okay.
No,
Oh,
nice.
right on.
Nice.
I didn't even know he did an
And I,
Ocotillo.
yeah.
Did
Well,
he make some of your tap handles too?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and
We're talking
I
about
need more.
We're talking about
Yeah.
Ryan Beamish.
I need
by the
more.
way,
Yes.
Right.
just
I need
for-
more. And he's like, no, I need
Yeah.
more. And he's like, out.
Ryan, come on.
Yeah.
Let's
I
do
know,
it, buddy.
right?
Come on.
Because he was making the chain ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I need more. And last time I asked him, he goes, I don't have time for it. I'm like, oh, well, so I need more.
Ryan
need more.
Beamish.
Need more.
We're calling you out, buddy.
Oh yeah.
Come on.
No, we sold a
3.
bunch of his
We're just
Ocotillo.
asking for 3. That's it.
Or 30.
Or
There's
30.
30?
But 3 to start.
3.
So-
What are you using them? This is
What's
the
the
tap
zero?
handles?
What does zero
Why do you
mean?
need 30 tap handles for?
Because when we put our kegs in other places, we have to give them a tap handle.
Yeah.
and they love our tap handles. They love Ryan's tap handles.
Yeah.
Ryan
Yes.
Beamish.
Because they're like, oh, this is super unique and
Team
rustic.
Semper
And,
Fi.
Two cogs wrapped in a chain.
yeah, and you just put the little sticker on there. Yeah, people love them. And then, unfortunately, why the problem is that we don't get them back.
Because they keep them.
Right. So that's the biggest.
You need to take deposits.
Should we start a petition
They
for
don't-
Ryan
they
to
don't
make
care
you
about
more
that.
tap handles?
I'll donate.
Yeah.
I'll donate
The
some
chains-
money if it takes
chains and
yeah,
cogs.
Yeah,
I've got
Now,
a whole so I give him bags of chains,
Yeah.
and I've got a bag of chains at the house. Ryan,
Just hold
if you
them
need 'em, buddy.
hostage.
We're
Just
here
hold
for
them
you.
hostage. Just be like, I
Yeah.
can't give you these.
I got to
until you
give credit for Ryan though, because I came out 2 days before Christmas, and there was a box at my front door, and it was from Ryan, and it was a Duke Swirl.
Which is
thanking the
awesome.
Mountain Cog
He used
podcast.
to bring them here. We'd sell them for him.
Yeah.
And we'll take more, by the
Yeah.
way, because people love them.
Yeah.
But yeah, we still have a Zacateo thing that I won't sell because
Yeah.
it holds business cards.
That's awesome.
Maybe we should have him
thing.
help, like subcontract out or something. Figure out how he can get some other people to help make them. Maybe
Yeah.
there's something we can do with Team Semper Fi or something. I'll talk to him about this.
fundraiser.
Yes, there's
That'd be
something.
great.
I mean, if he,
Yeah.
I know
Right.
he's got a busy schedule.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
he's doing all kinds of
For
stuff.
sure.
Maybe we can have him like take on a couple apprentices or something, and we can get him
Yeah,
going.
that would be great. Like
Yeah.
he does so much, and
He is amazing.
Those are,
He's an amazing guy.
Those are all a passion project.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, for sure.
He's not even. I mean, they sell by themselves. He's not even trying to sell them.
No,
people want them.
people, they never sit here long when we put them in.
No,
Well, it's the same thing. I'll go back with Dane, right? Dane has done so much artwork for us here. I mean, the Beer Bob.
Yep.
I got pictures of all of it on my phone right now.
Yeah.
He
Fat
took me
Bob.
around.
Did we talk about the Beer Bob yet? I don't even know.
Oh,
We
yeah.
did.
Beer Bob.
You went down the rock shock on it, or the rock drop on it.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Beer Bob, but all those
Fat
other
Bob.
things, all these little things, all the little
The bar.
the bars, they're all
So-
this stuff.
Well, the bar itself, I built the bar, and then Eric Fairfield, who's a woodworker
Right.
by trade, built the wood part, and then did the pour. And so
Yeah.
in the bar is epoxy. We Brian called out to all the mountain bikers in town and said, donate your old parts, whatever they are, but put your name and
yeah.
whatever on them.
Yeah, I was reading.
And
I was
so-
reading some of the names in there. It's pretty cool.
And so all these parts are in the bar. That the wood part is what Eric did,
yeah.
and then he epoxy filled it. So when you go muscle up to the bar, you're looking at Tucson mountain bike history right there.
Yeah,
all the
th-
people
that's-
in Tucson.
That stuff in there is 20 to 10 years old.
Yeah.
There's things in there. There's medals and awards.
Yep.
There's parts of people's bikes that aren't live anymore.
Yeah.
That we
Right.
got. That
Yeah.
are in there now.
yeah,
And there's a great thing.
just history, which is
Yeah.
great. But all of that sits on what I built. Yay, me. That's cool.
It's a lot of fun. And then so one more shout out. That some of our other artwork, a lot of our other artwork comes from Bicus.
Yeah, Bicus
Yes.
is.
Yes.
We have a lot of artwork here from Bicus.
Yeah.
We've either bought it or they've given it to us.
Yeah.
We go to the art show.
You know,
they
we
have.
haven't had Bicus on the podcast. Maybe we
Bicus
should,
is-
we
I
should
would-
probably do
they
that.
were.
I think that'd be
they're
awesome.
Do you
great.
know any of the folks over there?
Oh yeah.
I know. So I barely know Colin and Troy, which
Well, Troy's not really there anymore.
Yeah,
but
so
I can. Hook
Yeah,
you
maybe
up.
you can
Yeah.
make an
Yeah.
introduction because
I have
I
a little-
love their whole concept and what they do.
They just had their art show like 2 weeks ago.
I just went. I
Did
went.
you go?
I took the
couldn't
whole
go.
family. Took the
Oh,
whole family.
I
They had a
couldn't go.
kids table. My 8-year-old was distracted and didn't kill anyone. It was awesome.
This was a win-win.
My daughter and I bidded on stuff and we didn't win anything, but it was pretty amazing.
I can show you
So,
some of the stuff we won.
Yeah.
I get asked about the stuff from them all the time.
Yeah.
Where'd you get that? Where'd you get that?
It's
They
that's
do
such a
amazing
cool. I
things.
mean, like so like let's talk for a minute about what Bicus is in addition
Yeah.
to the bike art, right? So they have, it's a nonprofit organization.
Yep.
And in fact, like I take all of my old parts to them.
Yeah, we do too.
And-
Like anything that we're not needing, we can drop off there.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for a long time, and back in the day, they used to have people that would come out to the shops,
Yeah.
which I really miss. I know they can't do that anymore, but they would come by with like a Bob trailer or something and pick up just
Whatever you got.
whatever we got. It was great.
Yeah, so they help. They have classes. They have full like mechanics kit there. So when you go, they have all the tools. You can rent a bench for a couple bucks or something. I can't remember what the costs
they
are.
teach people to work
They
on
teach people to
bikes.
work on it. They have
Yeah.
all kinds of used parts, super cheap.
There's an art component, so they take
yeah.
these broken parts that are unusable and they turn them into art, which is amazing. So they're recycling. It's a great organization. I would love to spend more time there just doing art.
Yeah,
So,
it'd be super cool.
yeah.
Super cool. I think our we can just pause for a second.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'll just I need to clap because it gives me a spike in the audio signal so I can see it.
Nice.
And then I'll clap when we come back.
Only drawback to beer is the pee time.
Yeah. Maybe I should keep this in the podcast.
Right.
It's funny.
That's true, though.
Yeah,
I like
no.
how Brian just kind of
This is
bowed
a-
out and like snuck out
He's-
when we were
he
talking.
didn't even say anything. He's just like, I'll be back. I gotta go.
He's like, I'm gonna go potty.
Yeah.
So
He's a character.
he's awesome.
Yeah.
I forget. Like I was telling Marie, his wife, how I've known him longer than her. You know, like I don't even know. So one of the problems that I have is I don't even like counting the years anymore. That's how old I am. And so like
How old are you? I'm 48. I just turned 48 on Monday,
50.
by the way.
So,
So you got me by 2 years. You're
Yeah.
not that much older than me.
I feel old. So you talk about bike age.
Yeah.
And like, okay, I'm trying to remember. Your bike age is maybe the skill level you're at, or is it how long you've been biking?
How long you been riding?
Me, I've been riding since I was.
Like really riding though, because I've been
Really?
riding bikes since I was like 5. But
Okay,
like,
yeah.
But I was 22.
Yeah.
In Mildenhall, England, in Thetford Forest. Is when I really like bought a mountain bike and said I'm a mountain biker now.
So my mom bought a microwave,
Yeah.
and I got a free bike. It was
Sweet.
my first mountain bike. It was a Ferenzi, which ironically I live on Ferenzi Drive.
Nice.
Which is crazy now. But this is an old mountain bike. It was
Right.
the first time I've ever seen one.
Uh-huh.
And we moved right in the middle of one of my 7th or 8th grade.
Uh-huh.
And when we moved, I either had to switch schools or I had to figure out how to get myself to school.
Right.
And so I started riding my bike to school so that I could keep going and finish the year out.
Right on.
And so that was my first mountain bike. Then,
What year was that? Like, so how old were you?
oh God. So 8th grade, whatever 8th grade is that,
So my son's 14. He's in 9th grade, so 13.
so 13, yeah.
So your bike age is 37.
yeah, and I was doing, I don't know how far.
What's your bike age? How long you been like actually a mountain biker?
So when did mountain bikes first get invented?
Oh,
Well,
God.
you like back to like Downeyville and stuff like that, like those guys. that
No,
ride-
Marin.
Marin?
So yeah.
Okay, yeah.
The clunkers.
The clunkers,
So, yeah.
the clunkers, like in the
Yeah.
late 80s. Is that right?
I think it was 70s.
70s. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
This is Gary Fisher time.
Yep.
I mean, I've
Yeah.
had bikes forever, right? So what defined mountain biking? I was riding like, banana bikes down the dirt road of my granddad's cattle farm.
Yeah.
Does that count?
Yeah, that
No,
counts. That counts.
right?
That counts.
I feel,
So how old
did
were you when you were
Did
doing
you
that?
take them off sweet jumps? That's what I want to know.
So there was a cliff.
A cliff, not just jumps, but a cliff.
Way more manly than I was expecting.
I want to see someone do a cliff on a banana seat.
Yeah, so my granddad's cattle farm in Texas, it was the only hill in the county, and on part of the hill they dug out a bunch of rock.
Right.
And me and my cousin would play on that, and we'd ride our bikes down stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember one time the front wheel fell off, and I think I hurt myself a lot. So
That's back when you could heal, right?
Yeah, right. So yeah, I mean, been doing that kind of stuff forever before mountain bikes really existed.
I haven't gotten a text message. Does anybody need a beer?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm still
Love it.
Do a half,
half beer.
right? About time.
Oh, man.
Yeah, no. So I don't know. That's a good question, right? So when are you cognizant that mountain bikes are actually a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what were you doing before that were sort of qualify?
Yeah.
But I mean, early 90s when a friend of mine said, "Hey, there's this thing called mountain biking. We should get one." Okay.
So early 90s. Let's
Yeah.
call it like
Yeah,
90,
93. I think it was
93.
1993. Yeah.
So 31 years?
yeah.
31 years?
Yeah. So mine was, late 80s.
Yeah.
Late 80s. So I was telling Josh a story about how I got this mountain bike. My mom bought a microwave, and I got a mountain bike free. Like, that tells you how much microwaves were when they first
Yeah,
came
right?
out. But I used to ride it back and forth to school, and I could do wheelies because I had gears. But that I didn't really see as mountain biking.
That's what I'm saying.
The neighbor who took me, we were talked earlier about me going out to Star Pass, and that neighbor taking me on a trail.
That's probably
that's
time.
the first
so
time.
how old were you when that happened?
I was still in high school. Was I in high school or junior? It was like a freshman.
You're a freshman.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're 14 years old.
Yeah,
So 36 years ago. So
Yeah.
your bike age 36. You're 31.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So I
I'm-
remember, but real quick, the Star Pass thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was because I got this bike and we were doing things and whatever. This guy that we met took me on Star Pass, and
Yeah.
that was my first real feel of I'm actually mountain biking.
Yeah,
I'm
like
doing
in
a
the
trail.
middle. I'm not on a road.
Yeah.
You
I'm
know.
And he would be like, "Hey, be careful! There's a hole here. Be careful! There's a rock
Yep.
here. Be
Yeah.
careful!" And he would call it out. I'm like, and
Yeah.
then I would be all freaked out, and I couldn't do it. And then I remember, like a year later, I got the better bike.
Yep.
And I'm like, that guy kind of messed me up by telling me be careful. Because now I just don't be careful.
Yeah.
Relax. Don't tense up.
Yep.
It works.
You know what's crazy? I haven't told this on the podcast before. I started mountain biking in England, in East Anglia, where it's really flat. And all the trails go through all the different forests. But we had these amazing, like, holes, like giant, like 30, 40-foot holes that you would be riding in a forest. It'd be totally flat, and you would drop down in the holes.
Like a sinkhole or a dip.
Like a hole, like a giant, like 50-foot by 50-foot hole. You know, you're already laughing, so you know what this is. This was World War II.
Those are craters.
Those are bomb craters from
Holy-
World War II.
It's not why I'm laughing, but I have a story. But that's better. Yours
Yeah,
is
that's-
better. It's a bomb.
But like I started riding like in
the bomb crater.
in
That's
bomb
hilarious.
craters, and
Wow.
and people and the mountain bikers would build jumps and all kinds
Oh,
of
yeah.
features, and you would
Yeah.
like ride up the walls of them and go down, and that's literally where.
Hopefully you're not making new holes.
No,
Like,
no,
hey, this
no.
one didn't go off yet.
No,
Okay.
I didn't
You
run
get-
anything like that. But
So you guys realize we don't have that in
Right.
the U.S.
No.
Like there are no bomb craters.
Yeah, thank
you know?
God. Thank God.
There's that
Yeah.
one crater in Arizona where it almost hit the visitor center.
I don't know what you're talking about right now.
You know?
No,
The
what's-
meteor crater.
Meteor
Oh,
crater.
meteor. Yeah, we get meteors, but we,
I mean-
like inshallah, we've had.
But yeah,
But it
we've
just
had no-
barely missed the visitor center.
Can't-
Nobody's gonna get that
every-
joke
what-
except
what
you.
Every
visitor
time,
center are you
every time
talking
somebody
about?
posts that, it's
okay,
still
so
funny.
he just ordered a half
Every
a
time.
beer, and that is not a half a beer.
That's a full beer.
That's a 3/4 beer. He's gonna.
I
She,
should have filled it because he's going to be like, can I get another?
Yeah.
She knows.
Can I get the other half? Can you bring me the other half?
and then you're gonna have 1.5
I still
beers.
charge him full price for that.
Oh,
So
Uh,
I was laughing when you said the whole thing because this is a great story. When this friend of mine that doesn't live here anymore that originally put me into mountain biking.
right.
We used to go do whatever. We'd ride down at Happy Valley because
Yep.
it's dirt roads and you're out there and you're doing things. There was not many trails, so we
Yep.
would just do things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this guy, we're riding. Literally, I'm trying to follow him, and I turn away for a second, turn back, he's gone.
Yeah.
He's gone.
Drop you like a bad habit.
And I right up, and he's laying in the bottom of this random hole with the bike on top of him, going, "Help!" Because back then you clipped in,
Yeah.
not
Oh,
clipped in, but like the strap
the
clipped
straps.
in.
Yeah, straps.
So he's stuck on his bike in the bottom of a hole, and I just laughed for as long as.
That's what you do. You first make sure they're not seriously injured,
Right.
and then you laugh as
Yeah.
soon as you realize they're not going to be paralyzed.
Yep.
Then you
Yeah,
laugh.
Yep.
it was still to this date one of the most funny things ever. Yeah.
Well, hey man, this has been awesome.
Yes.
Like if you are a mountain biker anywhere in the world, you come to the United States, come to the Southwest, come to Tucson. We have amazing trails, and if you come to Tucson, you got to go to Catalina Brewing.
Absolutely.
It's amazing.
Just
I
for
mean,
the experience.
the experience,
for
the history, the beer,
For the inclusive fun.
The stripper pole,
The stripper pole.
Yeah, there's
If
the
we don't know
pinball
what-
machines,
Yeah.
the new
Oh.
awesome dart stuff. I mean, this is
Yeah.
it's an amazing place, man. Do you have any final thoughts for our listeners?
I mean, I guess we talked about it a little bit, but hey, do you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do what you do. Do your roads, do your mountains, do your e-bikes, do your beer, whatever makes you happy
Yeah.
is the people we want here in Tucson, in our bike shops, in our breweries. That's the way to be. And that's the mantra Dana and I have been friends for a long time because we have that same mentality. It's like, we're just here to be happy and have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Life's
if you're
short,
if you're
have fun.
judgmental or if you're like opinionated, that's cool too. We'll still be friends with you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But whatever, man, we're not going to go down that road. We're just going to be like, do you, I'm happy to do you with me, vice
Yeah.
versa.
Yeah.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
Period.
So
Yeah.
come to Arizona.
And we think we
Everybody's
ha-
doing everybody
I
else.
think we, that's the after hours party. So,
Well, and I got to say it again, stripper pole.
right? Nah, but the bottom line is, yeah, we love it down here. It's just a great community. And I wanted to use the word community. I was thinking about it. So one of the biggest words that a ton of my customers have used is the community that my brewery has created.
Yeah.
You can be a biker or not a biker. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Right.
I've got a ton. This is Thursday night. Thursday night's my regulars night.
Yep.
There's a ton of people out there right now that are just friends.
I see them all come up, and they're all coming up,
Yeah,
and
they're peeking around the corner.
They're peeking around the corner, looking at you. We've had like 20 people coming. Come
They're
check
just all
you out.
friends now.
Yeah.
They're from all walks of life. I have
Yeah.
I have a 90-year-old guy that just loves being here, and his wife who's super like salty Mexican lady that's just awesome.
Yeah.
Right.
And then Jeff Handy who's and all walks of life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a community. Southern Arizona and Tucson is a great community.
Every time I come here, I know somebody. It's
You-
awesome.
Yeah, you've introduced me to several people tonight.
Yeah.
So-
So
That's
yeah.
super cool. So
So enjoy it. Come in, and we love people that come from out of town and out of state and see
Yeah.
Arizona, see Tucson. We love it.
You might just move here. I'm from Detroit, and I can't get out of here
Yeah.
now.
So we tell people that the reason why we have hot summers is to kind of push out the
the people from
weak.
California.
Only the strong survive.
Yeah,
Right on,
But
man.
no,
Well,
it's
hey-
a beautiful place.
Or
Come
those
out.
with air conditioning.
Come
That's
see
awesome.
us.
Yeah, Catalina
Yeah.
Brewing. Hey, thank you so much for
Thank
spending
you.
some time with us. We really appreciate it.
No, thanks for having me.
Right on.
Oh, that was awesome.
Hopefully that conclusion wasn't too sappy.
No, it's great. It's
Yeah,
perfect.
it feels like we're hour 20. It feels like it goes. It's all
Get
right.
it, Marty.
Good, man.
The only reason I know my wife is still here is because the dog's still here.
Hey, what's up? This is Josh from the Mountain Cog Podcast. You got questions, comments, or feedback? Well, we'd love to hear from you. Shoot us an email. You can send it to mountaincog@gmail.com. Digging the show? There's a couple things you could do to help us out. First, you could tell your friends about Mountain Cog. And also, it would be great if you'd give us a good rating and review over at Apple Podcasts or Spotify or wherever you listen. We appreciate y'all. Go ride and keep the rubber side down.